Hey guys, my name is Perla. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna talk about my boobs. I actually did a poll on Facebook asking you guys if you guys did want to see a boob job vlog. You guys said yes, so here they are, and here I am. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm doing it. I'm telling you guys all about it. The cost, my surgeons, and I'm telling you guys something that I have not heard any other YouTubers say, okay? Because like I went through like the most with this whole emotion. It was like an entire roller coaster, and I have never heard a YouTuber talk about this, so I want to tell you guys the fucking tea. All right, so stay tuned. So first, I'm gonna start with who my doctor was. Where was the what the fuck's up with my hair? My surgeon's name is actually still very much alive. His name is Dr. Steinwald, and he practices at the Center for Cosmetic Surgery. There's one in Cherry Creek, and there is one in the one where I went to is Golden. So why does this chair keep moving like that? I don't know. So the one where I went to go is at Golden. I did everything at Golden just because it's like super closer to my house than the one in over there in Cherry Creek. So yes, anyway, I did that. So first of all, if you guys are against plastic surgery, please just step out of this video. Like you're not gonna like this, you're not gonna want to hear about this, so just get out. This is my own personal opinion. I did this because I wanted to do this. There's this preconceived notion that you do this because you're insecure, or because for men or whatever the fuck. Honestly, like I've been wanting to do this since I was fucking 19 years old, right? I'm 31. I had nothing. Like when I'm saying nothing, I mean nothing. I was like a 32A, no, double A, and I didn't even feel that shit up. Okay, it was awful. I just was not happy. Like if you guys know and have been following me for a while and my other social medias, I really enjoyed to work out and I like to push my body. And I felt like after I had my daughter, like before I had my daughter, like I had a little bit of it, but like when I tried to breastfeed and then breastfeed. I actually couldn't do that. Like I got really sick, and like I almost died having my child because I had preeclampsia, and it was like a whole thing. Like I was in the ER, in the ICU for like I think it was like 7 days, and I was in like the hospital for like 3 weeks after having my baby. So it was like really bad, and so they had to like drain me out completely so that I couldn't even leave the hospital because I had left once. And then I came back, and then I think it was like 3 hours later, and I was like literally dying. Like I was literally dying. Like my heart was failing. I was drowning inside my body. It was like so bad. So I went over there to the hospital, and they actually told me like, oh, you're probably gonna have to get intubated because like I couldn't even talk, I couldn't even breathe. It was like one of the scariest times of my life. Anyway, so that happened. And they drained me out, and I was fine. After the 7 days, they slowly drained me out with this medication, like in intravenous, venous, I don't know, whatever, in my fucking veins and shit. So anyway, I don't know, like does YouTube like fuck up with your videos or like mess up with algorithm if you cuss a lot? I don't know, because we do cuss a lot, so whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I had like no boobs after that. Like then I started working out like 3 months after I had my baby. I got really scared because they told me if you don't take care of yourself, you're probably gonna get high blood pressure, but when you're older, and I was like, oh hell no, like I don't want to take medication, I don't want none of that shit. So like I'm just gonna take care of myself and my body. So because I had a C-section, like an emergency C-section, because I was so sick for a while actually. So anyway, so they told me just to kind of take care of myself. So after like 3 months after I had my baby, and I was like the doctor was like, okay, you're good to go, you can start working out, blah blah. So I started working out. I actually ended up having like a six-pack like 6 months after that. Like I was like on it, I was fucking on it. But what happened was that I lost so much fat in like the boobage area that I had like nothing. I had nothing, and I was like, the fuck, like I'm working so hard on my body, and like I'm still not happy. I'm still not happy because I have nothing here. So I was like, okay, and that time, like, I was still with my ex, I was still married, and we're like, I was helping him through a lot of things and like financially and all this stuff. So it wasn't possible for me to get this done. So we had, said, okay, well, I was gonna help him, and then he was gonna help me with this, that I really wanted to do, but things fell through, and I'm gonna talk about that in another vlog. So I'm gonna tell you guys the whole fucking tea about that. Anyway, things did not work out at all, so we ended up getting divorced. And then after that divorce, like, I was like pretty depressed. Like, honestly, guys, I didn't even eat for like 8 days straight. Like, I was down to like, I think it was like 96 pounds. Like, I was so thin. I was just like so depressed. And it took me a while to bounce back after that. And if you guys want to know what I did, how that process was for me bouncing back after all that, but BT dubs, that relationship was toxic as fuck. So it was like even harder, to like mentally like get over that shit. So anyway, there I was, really depressed, and I was like, now, like, I was just not even in my mind, like in my right mind, like to think about working out again and like following through with my plans. But like my mom kind of like saw where I was at that moment, and she's like, you know what, like, you're gonna be fine. First of all, you're gonna be fine. Just go back to doing your own things. Like, stop being there and feeling sorry for yourself, and get up and continue with your life. You gotta move on. And after, it took me, honestly, you guys, it took me like probably like 3 months for me to be like, okay, I'm okay now. I'm okay. I can continue, moving on with my life. And I started working out again, and I went back to school, because at that time I couldn't even, actually had to drop out that semester because I was like so in like such a dark spot. Anyway, so after that, like I think it was like 6 months or like maybe 4 months had passed by. And my mom, told me, do this, do this for yourself, save up money. It'll be like a little ego boost and all that. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna continue with my plans. This is what I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm gonna get it done. So I did. I actually remember I saved up. I think it was for like a month, or like maybe like a month and a half. So I started saving in October, and my surgery was in January. So in November, I was like, I called the nurse, because I had already scheduled it. Like, I think it was like in June, like right after my divorce or whatever. I had scheduled the appointment to see, how much it was, if it was possible, what sizes and all this stuff. Of course, it was possible, but like how soon and all that. So I talked to them, and I had already had my appointment. I had already talked to the doctor, like my pre-op. My what? I don't know what it's called. Like, whatever, the initial consultation or whatever. So we had decided like what size it was gonna be, and like, so we actually decided on going to a 420 cc's, and I ended up going with the smooth implant. It was actually like a high profile, so I'm like a high profile for 120 cc's. I have a round implant, so I'm gonna write that down below just in case, so you guys kind of compare sizes. And I actually weigh, at the time of the surgery, I weigh like 112, and then so I'm pretty small. I'm like 4'11". So if you guys want to see what size would be good for you, like, you guys can compare yourself to like my body or whatever. So yeah, so there I was, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I remember I put down you need like $1,000 payment, like, to book your consultation or whatever. So I did that, and it went by so fast. And honestly, like, it had nothing to do with me, like, like, it had nothing to do with men. Like, I can get a guy. You don't need, honestly, like, the easiest thing in the fucking world is to get a fucking guy. You basically don't need shit. Honestly, you need a vagina. Sometimes you don't even need that, honestly. Like, I'm just fucking being real, okay? That's the easiest thing to get. Men are like the nothing, like, that's the furthest thing from my mind, like, this is about me. Like, honestly, I like to walk past the mirror and look at myself and look, I feel like, oh damn, I love the way I look right now, and I love putting on clothes and loving my body. Like, this is why I work out as hard as I do, and I have cerebral palsy, okay, and I work my fucking ass off. It is not about, part of it is about health, but you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to say, okay, I'm a little vain. So what? So fucking what? Okay? It's my life. Let me live. Anyway, so I like to look good. I like to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. I don't like, you know, being like, oh, I wish I had this, or like, if something is bothering you, just fucking deal with it. Okay? Deal with it, get it done, fix it, be happy, live your life. Life is too fucking short to be there and be miserable about things that can so easily be changed, you know? So anyway, that's my rap. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm just kidding, but that's such a dork. Okay. So anyway, that's what I did. I put my down payment down, and I was like, okay, so my surgery was January 3rd. And I remember, in like it was December 24th, and like I like drank a little too much, and I remember having a panic attack, you guys. I was like, oh my god, what if I fucking die? Like, what the fuck am I thinking? Like, this is when it all started, like my whole anxiety about all this shit. So I remember my mom was like, I called my mom, it was like 2 in the morning, and I was like, maybe even 3, I don't know. It was in my room, and I was like, Mom, come, like, I'm freaking out, like, what am I doing? Like, what if I die just because I want some fucking boobies? Like, my mom was like, if you feel like you don't want to do this, like, you don't have to do this, like, you can just cancel everything, like, fuck the money, you know, I got your back, do whatever you feel right. Like, my mom, God bless her, like, she's so amazing. Like, she's always has my back, no matter the craziest thing that you can think of. Like, she has my back. I'm like, hey mom, what do you think about this? You have my back? Yes, all the time. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever business venture, whatever, you know, stupid hobby it is that I remember I went to sewing once, and I was like, hey mom, I want to make dresses. She bought me a sewing machine. Like, God bless this woman, you know what I mean? So anyway, so that's what happened anyway. Give me a second, because I feel like I'm like talking really fast, and like I need to, you know. Oh, I need a little drink. Oh yeah. Anyway, so 3 days later, after my whole panic attack, I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna do this. I really want to do this. Fuck that panic attack. I'm gonna be fine. And I actually remember sending an email to the nurse, and I was like, hey, you know what? This is what's happening, and I had this panic attack. Like, I'm freaking out. And she told me, she's like, what are you scared of? And I was like, I'm scared that I'm not gonna fucking wake up. And she's like, you know what? The doctor is a board certified doctor, and then anesthesiologist is a board certified anesthesiologist, and that's never happened with you know, none of our offices, none of our practices, as long as we've been open. So that kind of gave me a little, you know, they gave me hope. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna be fine. This is completely normal, like she said. So I'm gonna get this done. And then before you know it, January 3rd was here. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like so excited, you know. Oh my god, I have to insert the footage of me coming out of surgery, and I will do that. So I remember going in, and I was like more excited than nervous. So like, oh my god, how I'm gonna look, like, you know, you're just thinking about, you know, visualizing like how you're gonna look and all this. So I went in, they did the whole, I'm gonna insert also a picture of when I was like sitting in the waiting room, and my cuñada actually went with me. God bless you, Maria. I love you. Always having my back, always, with all these crazy ventures that I go on. Anyway. So this picture is just of me waiting for Mary, my cuñada, to come pick me up and take me to the hospital. And thank you for that, Mary. And the next picture is just of me waiting in the waiting area, waiting for them to call me back. Check out the caption. If you guys want to follow me on Snapchat, it's Lil P88. Instagram is beautybyperla with a double A at the end. They put me back, and they put the whole IV thing, whatever. Honestly, like, I don't even, as soon as they put the thing on me, like, I count to 100. No, actually, I do remember going into the OR, the operating room, and they moved me to beds, and then that's when, like, they put that mask, and I just passed out. Honestly, people were like, oh, I don't remember even going to the clinic or nothing. I remember everything. I fucking remember everything, and to the point that I blacked out when they put that thing on me. Like, that's obviously, you know, I don't remember none of that. And I remember waking up, and honestly, like, I felt no pain. I felt nothing. I was completely fine. Honestly, like, they were so, like, the nurses were like so shocked because I had to go pee, and so literally, like, I think it was less than 2 minutes after getting out of the OR, and I was in the recovery room. I was like, I have to go pee. And I actually got up by myself and I went to go pee by myself. So, like, you know, my mom, the nurse was here just in case, you know, like on my sides. But I actually basically like walked to the bathroom by myself and peed and everything. And that was like so fine. So I was like, okay. So I'm coming out of the OR. I'm in the recovery room saying, hey, I made it. I didn't die. And I actually forgot to mention how much it was. It was 7,300. And I'll put the rest of the other details, like the implant size and all that, in the description box. Oh yeah, you're going to be pretty swollen down. You can start taking the ibuprofen tomorrow, and that will help with inflammation and swelling. Expect to kind of look up and perky for 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. This is just me going home on the drive home. And I noticed that I was like kind of shaking at the beginning, and it wasn't because I was in pain, because at this point I still couldn't feel shit. I think it was because of the anesthesia. So I was like, okay. I was like, why I was all scared for no reason. So, but okay, so everything was good until then. And then I remember coming home, and honestly, it wasn't even bad. It wasn't even like the first 3 days, like you're basically just like sleeping and taking a bunch of meds and just like kind of relaxing. And honestly, the meds are great. The meds are amazing. So I was fine, you know. I like even the 4th day. I'm gonna have to insert a picture also of the 4th day after surgery. I hella got glammed up. I wore one of the cutest shirt ever that I've never been able to wear, because like I told you guys, was like fucking flat as hell. So I remember I did like my own little glam photo shoot. Guys, if you guys, you know, been following me for a while on social media, you guys know I'm into photography and so I'm into makeup and fashion and all this shit, you know. So I did my glam photo shoot, and I'm sorry, excuse me. And like I posted on Instagram, and like my the nurses follow me on from the surgeons or whatever, like we follow each other. And I remember they liked it, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe they even reposted it on their wall. Like you guys could go see it at the Center for Cosmetic Surgery on their Instagram. You can see my picture there, like 4 days after my surgery. I was fully glammed, just looking like not a bother in the world. So this is the little mini photo shoot I did on my own. So if you guys know, I take most of my own photos, like probably like 95% of them. So yeah, this is me 4 days after my picture. Honestly. Okay, so everything was fine until then. But then, like, I think it was like the second week, or maybe like before the second week, I started like freaking out. Like, I don't know, not really like freaking out, but it's because I fell. If you guys don't know, like, I have cerebral palsy, and so like I have balance issues and shit. I remember one day there was this cord in my fucking room, and I fucking fell, and like I felt one of my boobs like go like that, and oh my god, like I think I pulled a muscle, and so like I had to. I think it was like the second week, because I ended up having to need more medication because of that, and it was so bad, and I was just like crying, and like I had a really bad week. I remember like out of that first month, I think it was like the 3rd week or the last week of the month. I don't really remember, but I had a really hard time. Like I was just like crying, and I was like, "What? I'm so stupid. Like, why did I do this?" Like you just get these thoughts, you know, when you're in that bad state, like, you know, oh, I shouldn't have done this, da da da. Because like I was in pain, and I couldn't do like a lot, and thank God I was in school back then, and I work from home, and like, you know, and my schedule is like super flexible, so it doesn't even really matter. So I was kind of taking some time off, and I don't know, I just had a really hard time. Like my emotions were like, some days were like, oh fuck yeah, I'm so glad I did this, and the other times I was like, oh my god, like this is hard. You know, I think it was because I had that whole accident thing, and it just kind of made things harder for me. You know. So anyway, now it's been, when is it, like it's April, so I think it's been like February, March, April. I think it's been like 3 months. Yeah. So it's been like 3 months. If I'm counting wrong, my math is way off. Like, let me know. It is what it is. Anyway, it's been like 3 months, and I'm so in love with them. Like, I'm so glad I did this, and I'm so glad I didn't let my fear get in the way. Honestly, like this amazing surgeon, they always had my back. They, you know, when I had this thing going on, like I called them immediately. You know, I sent them pictures. They saw me for a consultation to make sure everything was fine. You know, all my freakouts and everything, they were there, and they were super supportive. So shout out to you. for real, for having your girls back. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sure you guys want to know what's gonna see the girls or whatever. So I'm gonna show you guys that now. Oh, and my size now. So I went to Victoria's Secret. Like, is it been 3 months? I think it might be a little bit more. Cause I think it's like 6 weeks after I went to Victoria's Secret, and I got measured, and I'm a 32 double D triple D. Yeah. So it kind of depends on the bra. So Victoria's Secret one's kind of small, but honestly, they look pretty big. So, but I'm really happy with the size. So, anyway, I gotta show you. Go down a little bit. This camera. Okay. So here on the side. So I'm gonna show you guys the side. See? And I'm gonna show you guys the scarring. Hopefully, like, Papa Titty and shit. But like, honestly, like, it's not even that bad. Like, it's a little bit dark, but they told me to put on some. Let me just zoom in a little bit. You guys can see a little better. Scars. See that? It's not even really. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Like, it hasn't been that long. And they told me to put some scar cream and all that, but honestly, like, I haven't done any of that. I'm just kind of letting it heal on my own and kind of like letting my body do its thing. So yeah, and this is like the smallest thing that I have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any other smaller bikinis. Like, I haven't invested because we're in fucking quarantine and I ain't fucking going nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy no fucking visas right now. But once it's all over, you bet your ass I will. You bet your ass I'm gonna fucking travel like I do every fucking summer. So anyway, that's my boob job vlog. If I'm missing anything, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Follow up, ask me questions. I don't know if you guys want to know anything else. I'm like a small medium still, top wise, so I still weigh about the same. I fluctuate. Yes, between like 108 and 112. It just kind of depends, like, how I'm feeling, how my mood is. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm just like sad. It's like I'm just gonna eat, and then I do. Sometimes I'm like super hyper, and I'm just gonna work out and get my abs back, and then I do. It is what it is. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you guys those like vlogs, story times, or whatever, let me know and I will make those. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you